Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is me Jyoti Khitan and you're watching Arcandy. In this channel I discuss about architecture, construction and different material. Today I will talk about the site analysis. This is the part 4 of my series Thesis in Architecture. I have already made 3 videos, part 1, 2 and 3, in which I have discussed about selection, proposal and approval of topic, site selection and literature review. This is the part 4, consists of site analysis. If you haven't watched my previous videos, then please watch them. I will put the link in the description box below. So let's get started with the today's topic, which is about site analysis without further delay. After site selection, we move for the site analysis. In site analysis, we analyze the site. We focus on different points while site analysis. The different points for the site analysis are site location, access and approach, pedestrian access, existing surrounding, site features, SWOT analysis, sun path and wind direction, existing land, prevailing bylaws, climatic data, Mahoney's table. First, we mention about our site location in the thesis, where it is located, its longitude, latitude, altitude, zone, area and orientation. In the second point, we discuss about the access and approach. In the access and approach, we talk about the access to the site, the highway linked to it, local transportation nearby, bus stand, train station or airport is there or not nearby the site, or which is the easily accessible place for the site. The third point is pedestrian access, if there is any main road and pathways for people or not, and if there is the main road, how much wide the road is. The fourth point is existing surrounding. The existing surrounding plays a very vital role. What kind of school, colleges, landmarks, any commercial area, complex or government offices are there or not. All the important buildings or features in the 4 directions are mentioned in this point. Another point is site features. In the site features, we talk about topography, vegetation, water supply, electricity, water drainage, communication, architecture, land use, soil. The topography means the proposed site is irregular or not, or contains a flat land, or the site is plain insignificant contours or not. Vegetation is the remarkable vegetation in the site. Shrub, bushes, few trees are there or not, wild grasses are there or not. Water supply is there or not, that manages by the, if the country's organization, then what kind of organization is managing the water supply in that area. And the site is located at very densely populated area or least populated area. And the electric supply is there or not, and if it is there, there is a well utilized high tension electric poles or not, and water drainage facilities are there or not. If there is sanitary drainage, sewer lines, then what kind of sewer lines or municipality sewer lines are there. Soil in that area is alluvial or mixed clay, sleet or sand. The soil is fertile or not. If there is, that is a cultivable land or not. If the architecture around the building is modern architecture, traditional architecture, or what kind of architecture is that. The communication in that area is good or not, if there is telephone services around the site or not, there is a mobile signal towers or not near the line. Existing land is what kind of use of that land is being now in the existing land. And the another point is SWOT analysis. In the SWOT analysis, we do the SWOT analysis of strength, weakness, opportunity and threat. Strength means where the land located, most land has an airport accessibility or not, it is easily accessible by the road, public vehicles or not. This kind of things can be the strength of the site. The weakness of the site could be there is air pollution in the site, the area is very traffic congestion. Opportunity is that what kind of opportunity can be retrieved from that site, like the economic development can be done or not. The building which we are going to make, it will create a landmark of the surrounding or not. If there is a good orientation or not, the land topography is flat, then it can be also an opportunity. The threat can be like parking issues, traffic management disturbs the surrounding. These things could be the threat of the surrounding. The another point is the sun path and wind direction. We analyze the sun path and wind direction of the site also, and these things can be analyzed by our internet facilities. In Google we can find the sun path and wind direction of our area by opening the map. Google map you can get all those things. The another point is that we click some of the pictures of all the directions of the existing land. Another point is the prevailing bylaws, the ground coverage of that area, FAR of that area, ROW of that area, that is the right of way of that area, the parking, how much parking can be done in that area, and what kind of plinth area of the building is required or underground facilities can be available or not. These things should be checked, and this thing can be given by the prevailing bylaws of that surrounding. We can provide some of the section through the site location by sketching some diagrams. We can provide the climatic data like the temperature, the air, the rainfall, the wind speed of that area, and humidity, sun hours, solar chart. These things can be provided by again using that Google map. The another point is the Mahoney's table. The Mahoney's table, how to do that Mahoney's table is taught by your teachers. There was one subject in our course which is the building science, in which we were taught about Mahoney's table and how to do that Mahoney's table. Actually it helps in diagnosing, and a list of recommended specifications come from this Mahoney's table study, and from that we can design our building according to that. Of the recommended specification when I was doing my project were like layout, spacing, air movements, openings, walls, roof, rain protection. What kind of things we can do with these points can be given by this Mahoney's table. So these are the points which we have to keep in mind while doing the site analysis for the thesis. So this much for today's video. I will see you in the next video. Until next time, stay tuned to my channel, and don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel, and please press the bell icon so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a video. Thanks for watching. Keep supporting. Have a nice day. Bye bye.